Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, in our previous video, we discussed the features of Romanticism. We discussed Romanticism as an important movement, literary movement of English literature. But friends, you must be familiar with this new term known as dark romanticism, which became very popular during the 19th century. So, friends, today we want to discuss and understand what this dark romanticism in English literature is. So, let's begin, friends. The period from 1818 to 1900, that means almost the whole Victorian era, this period is considered as the period of dark romanticism. Okay, but this dark romanticism is very much different from the earlier romanticism during the times of Astor Coleridge, William Wordsworth, John Keats, and P.B. Shelley. Okay, Romanticism mainly gave much emphasis on the depiction of nature and its beauty. We know that, which we discussed in our previous video lecture. But dark romanticism mainly focuses on the destructive side of nature, on the pessimistic side of nature and human life. Okay, friends, we know that every coin has two sides. Okay, nature looks so beautiful, right? The poets of romanticism, they tried to present the beauty of nature, and they were delighted to express this beauty of nature in a positive manner. But the same nature can sometimes be disastrous, can sometimes be destructive. Okay, it can be sometimes painful, right? During the times of flood or the times of tsunami or earthquake, we know that the nature which looks so beautiful, that seems so disastrous, so pessimistic, it gives pain to human life. Okay, so this darker side of nature or the darker side of human life is mostly presented in the literature of dark romanticism. So, friends, what are the features, important elements of dark romanticism? The answer is the focus in dark romanticism is more on the tragic side of human life. Okay, we know that human life is a mixture of happiness and sorrow, right? Of prosperity and adversity. But here in dark romanticism, adversity of human life, the grief, the agony, the disappointment, the frustration of human life is mainly expressed in dark romanticism. The terror, punishment, guilt, sins, and social evils of human life are mainly presented in literature of dark romanticism. Moreover, some mysteries of human life, okay, these things are focused, and human conflict like man struggles against different internal and external agencies or forces in order to achieve success in his life. So, human struggle or human conflict is also presented in dark romanticism. Many times, many critics have related dark romanticism with Gothic novels, okay, which became very popular during the 18th and 19th century in English literature. So, just like Gothic novels, in Gothic novels we find terror, horror, and supernatural elements. In the same manner, the literature of dark romanticism also presents this horror, this terror and supernatural elements. Okay, if you want to understand this dark romanticism, I have taken these lines from Nathaniel Hawthorne's the Young Goodman Brown. He has written these three lines. These three lines represent what this dark romanticism is. You read these three lines. My faith is gone. So, pessimism. The man has lost his faith from life, from God, and from everything. So, kind of pessimism is presented. My faith is gone. Okay, there is no good on earth. So, nothing is good on earth, and sin is but a name. Come, devil, for to thee is to this world given. So, the character here looks at the world in a pessimistic manner, okay, and nothing is good, nothing good is seen by this character, okay. So he invites devil in this world. So devilish things and pessimistic things are presented in dark romanticism. If you want some more examples of dark romantic literature in English language, then Lord Byron, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and Mary Shelley, John William Polidori, these were some writers whose literature is sometimes linked or related to the Gothic novel or Gothic fictions, okay. And the major dark romantic writers or authors of English literature, they are Edgar Allan Poe, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Herman Melville, and Emily Dickinson, okay, whose literature is found to have these elements of dark romanticism. Edgar Allan Poe wrote Telltale Heart. Okay, Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote The Birthmark, okay, and Herman Melville wrote Moby Dick. These are some examples of dark romanticism. The most popular, which I love, is Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. Okay, Dreamland by Edgar Allan Poe is also a nice example of dark romanticism. So friends, I hope the idea is clear to you. Romanticism and dark romanticism both are different from each other. If one is optimism, then the other is pessimism, right? So let's conclude by saying that dark romanticism was a new movement of the 19th century in which the authors, the writers, they concentrated more on the darker side of the life of human life, okay. Pessimism, frustration, destruction, pain, grief, agony, okay, they were exclusively presented in literature. And if I talk about the major exponents, the lovers of dark romanticism, then they were Edgar Allan Poe, Hawthorne, and so many others which we mentioned earlier also, okay. And the boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one and where the other begins? These lines very aptly suggest what this dark romanticism is. These famous lines are taken from Edgar Allan Poe's short story The Premature Burial. They rightly express the spirit of dark romanticism. So friends, here I come to the end of this discussion. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to share this video among your friends. Thank you.